The dietary guidelines are not the reason people are getting fatter. Hear me out. It's common to look at the current health crisis that we're facing and think that you shouldn't trust the guidelines or health authorities, but that doesn't really hold much ground when you consider that no one is following the actual dietary guidelines. Nearly 100% of Americans do not eat in accordance with the dietary guidelines, and only about 1 in 10 eat the bare minimum of fruits and vegetables. Only about 5% eat enough fiber, which is much more important than most people realize, and about 3/4 of people don't meet the minimum recommendations for exercise. What this has led to is people revolting against the current guidelines and telling you to do the exact opposite of them in an effort to get healthier. I think if you look at the guidelines, you'll find that they're much more reasonable than you've been led to believe. They are to limit added sugars, to focus on nutrient-dense foods, to limit saturated fat to less than 10% of your daily calories, to get at least 150 to 300 minutes of moderate intensity activity each week, and to include resistance training at least 2 times per week. Much of this falls in line with the whole eat closer to the ground and get in the gym type mindset that is usually promoted by the people who are against the current guidelines. So if you feel that following this guidance will lead to chronic disease and obesity, then you might just be gullible.
I always find these videos hilarious. You have these people with nutritional degrees, they've got a strong nutritional background, coming out with this rubbish, convinced they're right, because this is what they were taught in school. Trust the science, they say, despite there's not one piece of evidence to back all this shit up, just something that they probably read online. Despite the fact that I mention on a regular basis there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people out there that are actually doing the opposite. They're not following these guidelines and they're actually thriving in life. Let's look at these nutrition guidelines. This is what everybody pretty much recommends on our food pyramid. Eat more fruit, add more vegetables into your diet. Add more whole grains. Your main source of energy is carbohydrates. Don't neglect your carbohydrates. Don't fear carbohydrates. Everybody stick to a low-fat diet. When it comes to your meats, instead of going for the fatty ones, stick to the lean sources. I did this for years. This is what I was taught back in college a long, long time ago. What came out of it? I'll tell you guys what came out of it. My gut health was being affected. Things like I was walking around bloated. Energy levels were low. There's just something not right. I was farting on a regular basis. When it came to training, I was getting regular joint pain. When it came to these low-calorie diets, I would struggle to stick to them. I would find them very, very hard to stick to long term. I was always hungry, tired. My energy would be affected. This was all affecting my mental health. All this was happening. And then when I went back to see these fitness experts and these health experts and explained the situation, not one of them could give me a reason why. Here's the thing. A lot of you people watching are probably doing the exact same thing. You're following these guidelines, you're eating extremely healthy, but you know something's just not right. There's just something in the background that's not right and you're not feeling good. There's going to be people watching this right now that are struggling with their weight. They're overweight for no particular reason. They're going to these people, but they're not giving you the right answers. They're probably just saying, you know what, this is probably a medical problem. I've done everything I can. You probably just need to go and see your doctor. Next thing, you go in and see your doctor's like, you know what, I haven't got a clue why you're gaining weight. I haven't got a clue why you're developing these issues like diabetes or you're struggling with your overall health. So what does he do next? He puts you on these medications. He puts you on these weight loss injections. Guys, listen, I'm not here to tell you what to do. This is just advice. At the end of the day, we're all adults. We can all make up our own minds on what we want to do. Okay, but what I want you to understand is this. If you think that you're eating meat that was made out of a lab is better than the real thing, you're taking these weight loss injections and you think that this is going to solve all your problems, you're eating food that has a shitload of ingredients in it, you're eating a lot of processed food, you've been told eating this shit in moderation is perfectly fine, you're convinced that eating carbohydrates is normal, even though it's been proven time and time again that people that eat carbohydrates, this is what actually leads to inflammation. It leads to more problems going forward. If you feel that all of this is what you guys need, that's fine. You do you and I'll do me. Lastly, I want to finish off with this, guys, right? So, not one of my clients are following these nutritional guidelines. Not one. Every one of them are actually on a high-fat diet. Now, these people would have been struggling with joint pain, back pain. I would have had people that had period pain. They struggled with endometriosis, fibromyalgia. I would have had people that were struggling with their weight, struggling with their mental health. They would have been on medication for a very, very long time. You're talking nearly 2 to 5 years. Took them on, all of a sudden things start improving. They go back to the doctor. They're saying, you know what? I feel better. I look better. I think I need to come off the medication. The doctor replies, what are you doing? I'm doing a high-fat diet. Next thing the doctor says, you need to get off that diet. That diet is actually going to kill you. Guys, trust me when I say this. Take matters into your own hands, because these people don't give a shit when it comes to your health. This is what I had to do. I had to figure out all this myself. I had to figure out, okay, hang on a second. There's something not right here. I've been told that saturated fat was bad for a very, very long time. It's going to cause heart disease. Then when I added it in, within a couple of weeks, my inflammation went down. My mental health improved. My overall energy improved. Just everything improved. And this is what I'm saying. Instead of listening to these people, guys, do this research on yourself. Just try it. Just try it for a few months. What else have you got to lose?